What up, y'all? So, major news earlier today. Sam Leavitt, the outstanding quarterback for Arizona State, has officially entered the transfer portal. Where will he end up? Obviously, I can see this being a big move for him, potentially going to an ACC, SEC program, potentially, or even Big Ten. The dude is tailor-made. The team to watch for is going to be Penn State. Only reason I say that, they got a new coach, and obviously Matt Campbell came over from Iowa State. He played in the Big 12. He's played against, obviously, Sam Leavitt. You got to imagine he might try to bring him in to run that high tempo or just to run that offense in general. He's looking for a signal call. That'd be a match made in heaven for him. A guy that can sling the football at a high level, a guy that can read the defense, and a guy that can improvise and make plays. Now, he didn't have the season that he was supposed to this past year. Remember, he started off at Michigan State, redshirted, then came in last year, led, obviously, the Arizona Sun Devils to new heights. Got them to, obviously, quarterfinals last year. Lost to Texas, but he was a strong reason why they were so good last year. 24 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions. Now, this year, not as good as last year, but remember, he dealt with a lot of injuries, 1,628 yards and 10 touchdowns. But remember, he was big in obviously having them pull off that big upset win against Texas Tech, their only loss all season long. Sam Leavitt is a really good player. But yeah, a lot of answers now for the Sun Devils program who is looking to replace their former star quarterback. They went 8-4 this year, not the worst year in the world. Still, obviously, over 500 by several games, but not the year that you had last year, making, obviously, the CFP, winning a Big 12 championship, and obviously being one of the premier programs in college football. So I want to ask Arizona State fans, do you feel like this past year was a disappointment compared to last year? And how do you feel about Sam Leavitt leaving? Because now, remember, that's back-to-back offseason. You had to replace Cam Scatterbo. And then, obviously, your receiver, your star receiver, was in and out of the lineup all year long as well. You look at, obviously, Jordan Tyson. He was in and out of the lineup this year, and we know what he established and turned himself into as well. It's never easy to replace a quarterback of this caliber, and I think this is going to be probably one of the biggest questions this offseason for the Arizona Sun Devils and obviously head coach Kenny Dillingham replacing a star quarterback like a Sam Leavitt. But comment down below. Let me hear you guys' thoughts. Who would you want to come in and be the quarterback going forward for the Sun Devils, and how do you guys get back to obviously a CFP playoff, Big 12 championship, with Texas Tech likely going to be there now for years to come. We know how much they invest into this transfer portal, over $25 million plus. They got a top recruiting class, landing outstanding players like Damian Guyton. If you're Arizona State, how do you compete? How do you get to where BYU was this past year, where you were last year or the previous 2 years? It's not an easy feat, but you got to hit on quarterback. That's the most important thing. You got several good recruits coming in. Unfortunately, Nathan Scott got flipped to Nebraska, who was coming to Arizona State. But nonetheless, you got to hit, obviously, moving forward on the transfer portal class. You got to get the quarterback. You got to get them weapons. And you got to shore up that offensive line and get a little bit more consistency from your defense if you want to get back to the level that you were at 2 years ago. It is definitely doable, you know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, it's going to fall on Kenny Dillingham, his staff, and what they decide to do at quarterback. But let me hear your thoughts. What do you guys think about Sam Leavitt leaving?